Hey, Johannes of NewGadgets.de, and this is my review of the GoPro HD Hero 3. This is the second video of my 3-video series. In the first video there was the unboxing and hands-on of it. If you missed it, and if you want to watch it, have a look at the right corner over here. When you set up annotations on YouTube, you can click it and it will open up a new window with the unboxing and hands-on of the Hero 3. In this video I want to show you the Hero 3, a full review of it, and in the third video I will do a comparison with its predecessor, the Hero 2. First of all, let's have a quick look at the camera again. So this is the waterproof case right here. You can open it up with these two arrows, as you can see. Put this to the side and this, and you can open it up. You can get access to the camera, and if you want to record sound, the waterproof back door is not really good for it. You can easily remove it like this and use the skeleton back door instead. As you can see, there are two holes in it. It will record sound much better. Just press it. Okay. Put in the camera. And as you can see, there's now space in it and you can record sound. But be careful, it's not waterproof anymore and you will get in dust, etc. with this door. So it's more for the indoor use, like in cars, or if you really want to record the sound. But usually in action, when you record with an action camera, you're more interested in the video than in the sound, because you will just put over a pretty cool soundtrack or something. Okay, that was the waterproof back door and the non-waterproof back door for better sound. So now let's have a look at the Hero 3. With the Hero 3, you will notice that unlike with other cameras, there's no display at the back. So we have a display over here to show you the settings, to show you the time, etc. But there's no display, so you can't really see where you're pointing the camera at. But thanks to the wide angle, it's usually not a problem. But there are accessories like the LCD backpack. This one is the old one from the Hero 2, but it will still fit into the new one. There will be a new one for the Hero 3 with touch, but this one is the old one, but it's still okay. So that's much better. I will show it to you later. But I think it's still okay. To turn it on, there's the power button over here. That's the OK button. This one is also the select button. I will show you the menu soon. Just have a look at the ports over here. On the right side there's the micro SD card slot where you can put in your micro SD cards, because the new one doesn't have SD cards anymore. The mini USB port to synchronize and charge it. The micro HDMI port so you can connect it to your TV. A speaker on the other side too. The Wi-Fi button to activate and deactivate Wi-Fi for your remote control. I will show you the remote control, of course, too. And now let's turn it on. You can see the setting over here right now. It says W for white, 1080 for 1080p, 30 for 30 frames per second, and over here you can see we still have 30 minutes left on the micro SD card and a full battery. And it says power and mode, because when you press this button you get to the other modes, like the camera. See, we have 12 megapixels set up right now with wide angle. Can still do 705 pictures. So this is the burst mode. We'll do 3 pictures in 1 second, also in 12 megapixel. This is the time-lapse mode. It will do a picture every half second, but usually it's better to have a picture like every 10 seconds. Next one is the settings menu, and then we're back at the camera. Let's go to the settings. You can see you can set up the resolution, the wide angle and the frame rate over here. So press the OK button over here on top. So you can set up each of them. This is the select button, so if you press it you can select everything. The resolution, you can see we have all the resolutions available here, starting from 2.7K cinema mode, 2.7K, 1440, 1080, 960, 720 in WVGA. You also get 4K when we activate the Pro mode, and I will show it to you soon. So let's set up 2.7K. You can see there's only 30 frames per second, and there's only the wide angle mode. So when you set up 1080p, which I use all the time, you can set up more frame rates. So 60 frames is pretty good for slow motion. Or cinematic modes like 24 frames per second. I usually use 30 frames per second. And with 1080p you can set wide, medium or narrow. And I will show you the difference of them soon. And usually I always do wide, because you get so much more picture into your video. Then exit. You can set up the resolution of the pictures. 12 in wide, 7 wide, 7 medium or 5 medium. Of course I will do 12 megapixel wide. You can set up that with every picture you take there's only a single picture taken, or more. No. 3 pictures, 5 pictures, 10 pictures. So if you press the button once you will take 3, 5 or 10, but I would stay with single. With the burst mode, 3 pictures in 1 second, or 5 pictures in 1 second, or 10 in 1 second, 10 in 2 seconds, 30 in 1 second, so that's pretty fast, 30 in 2 seconds, or 30 in 3 seconds. With the time lapse, as I said before, I would set it up to like every 10 seconds, every 10 seconds there will be a picture made, or every minute. You have the capture settings, like upside down. If you want to use the camera like this, you can set it up to upside down, and the menu will be upside down, and the video too, so you won't have to edit it later. You can set up Pro Tune on. So with Pro Tune you will get white balance, as you can see over here, auto mode, or you can set up your white balance. I will set it up to auto. And now with Pro Tune on you can see you can record in 4K, but only with 15 frames per second. So I would stick with 2.7K because it's 30 frames per second. On setup, can say, okay, on default I want the video mode or the picture mode, etc. NTSC or PAL. I want the on-screen display on or off to save battery. The brightness, the sound of this beeping. If you don't like it, just turn it to 0. So there's just 170% or off. But I like it. And the date. With wireless controls, you can set up the Wi-Fi on this to use the Wi-Fi remote control or the GoPro app for your iOS or Android device. And that's it. You can also delete videos or pictures taken with the camera over here. And it's of course pretty easy to record press the red button when you're in video mode, and you can see right now it's recording, and you can see how long it's recording already. There's this red LED also here on the bottom, on top, and at the back. So you always can see always when the camera is recording. If you want to stop it, press the red button. You can set it up in the setup menu that the camera will shut down if it's not used within like 1 minute or so. But if you want to turn it off right now, press and hold the power button. Of course, it's hard to show you the several modes without having a display at the back, so that's why I will use the LCD backpack from my Hero 2. So now we have a display. It's of course a bit thicker, but I think that's not a problem. And now you can see we have a display. And you can see how nice the wide angle mode is. So you get really a lot of information inside the picture. But now I want to show you more video samples, especially with the wide angle mode, the medium mode, and the narrow mode. So let's have a look. And another cool thing with the display, of course you see more informations. And with the setup, over here, you can see the setup menu is now much nicer. But this is the LCD backpack from the Hero 2. The new one, especially for the Hero 3, is the LCD Touch backpack. So you can actually touch those settings, that's why they're much bigger. But with this one you still have to use the buttons, but it still looks pretty cool, much better than the original menu on the mini screen. And now let's have a look at some more video samples of the GoPro HD Hero 3 Black Edition. And that's the remote control that comes with the Black Edition. As you can see on the Hero 3, there's a blue light blinking. It says Wi-Fi is activated. So when we press the power button on the remote control, the camera will also turn on. The remote will send the signal to the GoPro and the camera will turn on. The remote is especially interesting if you have the camera on an like a very high spot, like on a rooftop or something, or outside when you're using the Motorsport edition and you have the camera outside of your car. It's pretty nice to have the remote so you can turn on the camera and start recording. And as you can see, the remote has the same little display like the GoPro. You can switch the modes with the remote. Also the settings, so you can set up the resolution and not on the camera but on the remote. And you can start your recording or take a picture with the remote. With this button. You can see the recording started, and you can of course also stop it. The range is about like 180 meters from the camera to the remote, and it will still work. And you can control up to 50 cameras. 50 cameras simultaneously with this one remote. So if you press the button, like 50 cameras will start recording. So that's the remote for the Hero 3. So what are the accessories for the Hero 3? Right now I don't have any accessory for the Hero 3. I only have my Hero 2 accessories, like the already shown LCD backpack, and there's also the battery backpack. So if you want to take much longer videos, you need the battery backpack. The old one works with the Hero 3 too, but there will be a new one, also with a battery indicator. You can still charge it. If you connect them, you can also see that there will be a new battery logo, the bigger battery. I really like the fact that GoPro is still using the old accessories. That's pretty cool. That was my review of the GoPro HD Hero 3 Black Edition. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and visit my website NewGadgets.de for the latest gadgets. And stay tuned for the third video, a comparison of the Hero 3 with its predecessor, the Hero 2. So, thanks for watching and see you in the next video.